I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports.
Coach, it's one of those teeth-chatteringly cold and snowy December afternoons here at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. For the first time in 20 years, we can say here comes the unrestricted free agent Tom Brady leading out the New England Patriots. Now, he's coming off another 4,000-yard season, his 11th, at the age of 42 next year. Charles, everybody's talked about it. He'll be 43 years of age and hinting strongly recently on social media that he's not done yet.
No, he did mention on social media about being in the arena, and he fully expects to be there again next year. The speculation now is, will he still wear a Patriots uniform, because they can get a contract done with him, or does he go and seek a championship elsewhere? The Los Angeles Chargers
has a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, 44 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Let's go! Let's go!
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Lawrence Guy in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Caught here by Bell. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Patriot offense returning to the field. And look at this season, 12-4, but they had the 8-0 start. And you think about it in that lens, down the stretch 4-5, including the playoff loss. A first-place finish for the 16th time, though, in 17 years. But now the question circle. We've mentioned Tom Brady. A lot of discussion there. But there's a lot of other questions to answer, correct?
This is one of the oldest rosters in the NFL. So there has to be some type of a rebuild, reboot along the way. Although if you're a New England Patriot, you don't do it with the idea that you're not still contending to win the AFC East and go to the playoffs. So it'll be interesting to see how they decide to do that from the front office, which there is some uncertainty there, whether there'll be some change in those positions. Head coach, as long as he's there, I think things are put in great hands. But we may see a drastically different Patriot.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Finding room at the 30. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Brady. He hits White, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting into their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. New York Jets getting the football back here. You look at their 2019 season, and in case you didn't notice, and judging by the attendance at MetLife, you didn't. You might be surprised to learn that the Jets finished 7-9, a surprising 6-2 record in the second half, CD.
So that is obviously something to build on, and they did it without getting the best performance that they thought they were going to get from their free agent running back, Le'Veon Bell. So now if you move forward, Sam Darnold keeps getting better and more experience at quarterback. Can you get Le'Veon Bell back to Pittsburgh form? If you're able to do that, now you think you're a contender in the AFC East for a playoff spot going up against Buffalo and New England this year.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamie Collins able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. But with that incompletion, Charles, let's talk about the coaching carousel. Some new guys in new places. Ron Rivera to Washington. We got Mike McCarthy. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jordan Jenkins, from his outside linebacker spot, gets him down there for a loss of 4. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angle.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Darnold now to throw. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Down Michelle, and he'll be taken down right around the 27. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Brady going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? On 2nd down, it's Bell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Jets on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jason McCourty, a safety blitz and a sack. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Yeah, that's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Brady now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Now Brady escaping the pressure right. He's got Sanu. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady gives to Michel. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw, and he's going to let it go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Marcus May, in there on the coverage. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? To throw is Brady. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will do it for this first half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. This fielded at the 2. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The throw over the middle, taken in, and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Bell, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. After the penalty, it's Bell. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They're going to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
will go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Julian Edelman gets ready to take the field again here on offense. He's having a day here in quarter number 3, over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. Darryl Roberts right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. Flushed out right. He'll take a shot for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side. A gain of 37.
Let's go. Let's do this.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Matt LaCosse there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. The touchdown all set up by the big play, 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd down now. It's Bell, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back now in Foxborough, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 17. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front,
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. From 17 yards out. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And this is secured by the Patriots. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A good pickup there, a 22. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Let's go. Interception on the day, baby.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Darnold now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. This will be caught by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Darnold from the gun. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he'll get only a couple down to the 44. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Darnold on first down. That's complete. It's Bell.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Dante Hightower. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Over the middle, he's got the tight end, Wesco. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody. But those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
And this is secured by the Patriots. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Brady. He's airing it out for Sanu. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll run with Michel, and he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now Brady. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. Quinnen Williams. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know. We'll find out.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. After the sack on first down, Darnold. Incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made. No grounding. Darnold. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Deron Harmon, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. General West. Alpha.
On the ground, Michel. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. On the ground is Michel. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.